It's dirt, really? What excitement is there? We have the equipment, the tools, the testing procedures to analyze material deeper than most anybody can see in the general public. My name is John Meddaugh with Team Elmer's Quality Control, Quality Assurance Division. Been with them for just over 31 years now. My job is basically to test material and testing aggregates, concrete, and asphalt. I got my degree in applied science and came to work for Butch right out of college and never looked back. I was getting close to graduation, and the rest of the people that were in the same program that I was taking, they were all getting their jobs. They were going to Detroit, they were going to Chicago, they were going to California. Everybody seemed to have their place. And at the time, I just hadn't landed anything yet. Really, I didn't want to go outside of northern Michigan. But at that point, there weren't a lot of options. Quality control technician was fairly new at that time. Butch was aware that, you know, there is more to just putting water and stone and sand in this drum, mix it up and spit it out, and miraculously it's concrete. There's other people that have information that they want to look at and verify it's a good product. So Butch, as always, you know, quality is job one, said, give me some more information on that. Chase that down, and he answered the phone and said, we're ready to incorporate you into this new position. You know, I was new to Traverse City, new to the area, and he just said, you know, what's your plans? I'm like, well, obviously I need to find a place, but I can be to work in a week. And he's like, take two, you know, take your time, find out where you're gonna be, get to know the area. And then his last thing before he's hanging up with me was, you know, do you need money? Which to me blew me away. I don't even know this guy. My first season that really stuck in my brain was, it was a private residential job, and I went to do testing for a small sidewalk they had in their backyard. So the ready mix truck pulled up, I got my sample, I did my testing, got all done, everything was fine, and got back to the lab. And I get a phone call from Butch as a follow-up. He's like, hey, were you out testing concrete? And I'm like, yes, I was. And he's like, where? And I told him it was down the end of 3 Mile and South Airport, one of the residents back there. He's like, okay. He said, I just got a phone call from the homeowner. And, you know, again, okay. So, and they're not really impressed with the mess that you left. And I was like, okay, trying to rack my brain. Well, I had a wheelbarrow, I did my tests and cleaned up, and that was it. And he's like, why don't you go back there and go see what the problem was? So I went there and looked at where I tested, and I had a little bit of concrete left on the side. Well, their grass was pretty immaculate, you know, so they took very good pride in the outlook of their landscaping. So to me, I cleaned everything up. I got it out of there. I didn't break anything, what have you, and I was good. But there was literally 4 or 5 stones of concrete that were left on the edge that were in their green grass, and that was not a good day for them. So they, you know, again, they contacted Elmer's, and what I learned from that was leave a job cleaner than you found it. By that was a life lesson that hopefully I pass on to my guys as well, that even if you think it's clean, double check and do it again. In the day, it was me. So I'd be the guy out in the field testing instead of just me going out there and physically running the test and reporting results. Now it's a mass department that we utilize to collect all that information to provide the best product that we can for the end user. So when you get involved with testing concrete, you're looking at the different avenues of the specification. So we have to verify that out in the field. Job that we had in Ludington, we had a bridge deck going. Big Dan and myself went down there, and I ran air check. You know, I got my air check done prior to the state or the QC side of it being done, and my air was good. You know, we had ran tests prior to, and it's like, well, not sure what they're experiencing out there, but what we're providing is good. So I verified that in the field. And then the state ran their test, QC ran their test, and they're like, no, it's out of spec. It's too high. Air's out of spec. And it's like, how can that be? And Dan's looking, and he's like, our air meter, I'm like, my unit weight, which is the weight of the concrete, to give you kind of an idea where things are at. All my numbers look good. Again, my numbers don't dictate the job. You're buying it. I'm just saying that I'm confident that we look decent. So come to find out that not only was the consultants on that job air meter out of calibration and not working properly, but also was the state. So we were able to come up and prove to the contractor. And then the next step further was that I was able to even take the consultant's air meter and calibrate it on site. So that was a really neat moment. That why is Elmer's here? So that job stuck out in my mind pretty well. I figured I'd probably never have to worry about sharing my office with anybody. And lo and behold, my son comes to work for Elmer's, and that's the first thing I lose, is my office space. But where else would you rather that go but family, right? And you talk about family and Team Elmer's, proud moments. I watch him grow and see the benefits of what Elmer's does for him, what he's capable of doing. Will I get to 40? I hope so, but there'll be a point in time where I can't do much of anything other than give him grief, which I've done his whole life anyway, so why not? Down in the testing lab down there, we have a tight-knit group of people that we're all cross-trained to a certain extent that we can help each other out. The phrase of "it's not my job" doesn't exist. That's, I think, the benefit. If you get people that buy into, we're here for the end user to get the quality product. So getting up in the morning, I'm coming to a place that I want to be. There's a thrill, if you will, to be able to analyze a product that most people look at and be like, it's dirt, really? What excitement is there? Well, no, but there's different sizes of dirt, you know? It's clean dirt, it's dirty dirt, it's got angular stone in it, it's got slag in it. I mean, all these other things that are involved to analyze it. A sidewalk is a sidewalk. I drive on it, I ride my bike on it, whatever. What did it take? I don't know, I guess it takes some kind of cement to make it work. Well, we can analyze the cement. We can analyze all the smaller parts that make the big pizza, if you will. So that, hey, at the end of the day, you enjoyed your pizza, didn't you? Yes, I did. Perfect. You know what it took to make that pizza? I don't care. I just paid you for the pizza and I'm full. That's my job. You ate the pizza, we're good. That's all you need to know.